Have you ever felt a memory that isn't yours? A quiet ache for a life not yet lived? Sometimes, it's as if a story is unfolding inside you, one you've never experienced, yet it feels achingly familiar. It's a longing that drifts in on the edges of your thoughts, a gentle yearning for places and moments you've only glimpsed in dreams. In the stillness of night, you stand by the window, city lights flickering, feeling distant from time itself. The world outside glows with possibility, yet you remain suspended, caught between memory and anticipation, as if waiting for something you can't quite name. It's as if you're a ghost, haunted by echoes from a future already gone. Shadows stretch long, and every footstep feels like a question, echoing through empty streets that remember more than you do. This feeling lingers in the mundane, swirling coffee, sunlight on dust, a breath held to preserve peace. Even the smallest details shimmer with meaning, as if they're fragments of a story you're trying to piece together. It's the melancholy of knowing the end before the beginning, a gentle sadness for beauty destined to fade. You sense the fragility of every moment, the way time slips quietly through your fingers. You try to name it, but it slips away, like dawn's bruised sky or rain on dry earth. It's a feeling that can't be captured, only felt, as fleeting as the morning mist. This borrowed memory makes the world precious and fragile, every moment tinged with impermanence. It teaches you to hold each second gently, to notice the beauty in what is passing. Yet, it's not despair, but a call to notice the shifting light, the warmth of a stranger's smile. It's an invitation to cherish the fleeting, to find comfort in the gentle glow of ordinary days. These fleeting moments are what matter, the embers we gather against the dark. They are the quiet treasures we carry, lighting our way through uncertainty. They are the light we hold close, keeping the cold at bay, reminding us that even borrowed memories can make us feel alive. There's a stillness in waiting, not empty, but humming with anticipation. It's a quiet that feels alive, as if the air itself is holding its breath, suspended between what was and what might be. Picture a deserted train station at midnight, tracks gleaming, air thick with the ghosts of hellos and goodbyes. The silence is deep, broken only by the distant echo of footsteps or the faint hum of electricity in the wires above. You wait, not for a train or a person, but for the waiting itself to end. The moment stretches, each second drawn out, as if time itself is reluctant to move forward. Time pools and eddies, memories drift free. Your mother's gentle hand, the taste of summer's first strawberry, the scent of grass after rain, the warmth of sunlight on your face, all return in the hush. These memories are as real as the cold bench beneath you. They fill the silence, weaving the past into the present, making the waiting feel full rather than empty. The universe, too, waits, remembering the birth of stars, the dance of galaxies, the first flicker of consciousness. Even the cosmos has its pauses, its moments of reflection before the next burst of creation. All history hangs in this stillness, a collective sigh of everything that's ever been, every story, every hope, every loss, suspended together in the quiet. In this pause, the rush to achieve fades. There is only being. The world outside slows, and you are left with the gentle rhythm of your own breath. Regrets and losses soften, becoming part of the universe's gentle hum. The sharp edges of memory are rounded, and pain becomes a distant echo. You rest, a single point of awareness in an ocean of quiet. The vastness around you feels comforting, as if you are cradled by the silence itself. The pressure to become dissolves. You simply exist. In this moment, you are enough, just as you are. In the stillness, you find comfort. Everything, even sorrow, is smoothed by time. Here, waiting is not a void, but a gentle space where you can simply be. Imagine an abandoned house, dust thick on every surface, silence swallowing every sound. The air is heavy, as if holding its breath, waiting for something that will never return. Each step stirs up memories, floating like dust motes in the pale light, This is the end, not a bang, but the slow absorption of all energy, until only quiet remains. The world fades, not with drama, but with a gentle surrender, as if the house itself is exhaling its last sigh. In this silence, you remember love. Not grand gestures, but the quiet, everyday acts that wove a life. The laughter shared over morning tea, the comfort of a familiar presence, the small routines that made up your days. A shared glance, a cup of tea, a gentle touch. These are the threads that held the world together. Even now their echoes linger, soft and persistent, in the empty spaces. Now, they're echoes in your mind, warmth where pain once lived. The ache of loss is slowly replaced by the gentle glow of memory, a comfort that grows with time. Grief softens, memories become light you carry inside. They illuminate the darkness, guiding you forward, even when the world feels empty. Love doesn't vanish. It transforms, a quiet presence within you. It becomes part of who you are, shaping your days in ways both seen and unseen. At the end, you see the universe is filled with these changed loves, ghosts of kindness, connection, and care. They drift through the world, invisible but real, touching everything they once knew. They linger, not as sadness, but as the warmth of a fire long gone. Their presence is felt in the hush, in the gentle glow that remains after the flames have faded. In the silence, you feel them, a gentle assurance that nothing truly loved is ever lost. The breeze through the window, the sunlight on the floor, all carry reminders of what was cherished. Love endures, transformed, even as echoes in an empty room. It is the quiet heartbeat beneath the silence, the reason the emptiness feels full. The quiet is full of what once was, and in that stillness, you find the gentle promise that love remains, echoing softly, forever. Look up at the night sky. Every star is a ghost, its light a message from the distant past. The sky is a museum of time. You stand at the end, witnessing ancient stories. Starlight remembers its birth, its journey through darkness, its fading energy. The light that touches you is a whisper from a world that may no longer exist. There's sorrow in this, like an old photograph, a letter from a forgotten hand. The universe, once vibrant, is now fading. Stars burn out, galaxies drift apart. Yet there's beauty in this decay, the beauty of autumn leaves, of things ready to rest. You cherish the last photons, holding them as precious jewels. You are a witness to the end of a magnificent story, grateful for its final, fading page. In the dying light, you find meaning. The universe is now a place of ghosts, quiet presences lingering everywhere. Every empty chair, every faded touch, holds the echo of what once was. The world is a palimpsest, lives written and erased, their traces still visible. These ghosts aren't memories, but feelings, resonances in the air. The universe is saturated with the emotions of all who lived. Joy, pain, companionship, fear. You converse with these ghosts, not in words, but in feelings. The riverbed answers with motion, the ruined city with energy. We long for meaning because we are born into a universe of echoes. Our lives try to fill the absence, to create a resonance of our own. We build, love, and strive so our ghost will have a story to tell. In the end, we become memories for a future that will never come. Entropy has won. The universe is cold, uniform, and still. No stars, no galaxies, just a thin gruel of radiation above absolute zero. Yet, even here, a memory of warmth lingers. Not physical, but the idea of fire, of sunlight, of a lover's embrace. You, a final point of consciousness, are the keeper of this last warmth. Remembering sunlight on your skin, the comfort of a fireplace, the closeness of another's body. These are not just images, but sensations, echoes of a lost reality. This remembering is the last form of love, a tribute to all that lived and loved. By holding on to warmth, you keep their stories alive. You are a solitary candle in infinite darkness. As long as you remember the sun, the universe is not truly dead. It lives on inside you, a gentle, enduring ghost. What did we carry through the eons? Not empires or knowledge. They turned to dust. We carried the intangible, kindness, gentle words, the warmth of a helping hand. Small moments, almost invisible, wove a web of connection stronger than any monument. We carried regrets, the words unsaid, the forgiveness withheld, reminders of our humanity. Regrets taught us humility, that a life with mistakes is a life truly lived. Most of all, we carried love, fierce, comfortable, aching, steady. Love was our fuel, our hope, our reason to endure. It could not be destroyed by time or entropy. Love was our final, indelible signature. It is written on the heart of the universe. The end was not sudden but a slow unraveling, life's colors fading to gray, civilization dissolving, the world's fabric coming apart. Mountains eroded, stars burned out, the universe grew empty and quiet. Even the laws of physics unraveled, protons decayed, black holes evaporated, the last structures dissolved into chaos. Finally, consciousness itself began to fray, memories blurred, the self dissolved. You became a diffuse cloud of knowing, spread thin across the void. The last thread was being pulled, and you were that thread. The unraveling was peaceful, a gentle surrender. All complexity faded, returning to simplicity. The tapestry was gone, but its memory lingered. The end was a return to where all things began. And then, there is nothing, not void, not emptiness, but a state beyond all concepts. No time, no space, no memory. The story of the universe is not just over, the book itself is gone. The silence is absolute, eternal, and complete. No potential, no new beginning. Even the laws that allowed for existence have vanished. All love, pain, beauty, and striving led to this. A non-existence so total it's as if nothing ever was. There is no one left to mourn or remember. The play is over, the theater erased, the ground gone. Meaning was a story we told ourselves to keep the darkness at bay. But the darkness is not an enemy. It is simply the final state. The last star has faded. The last warmth dissipated. All questions are gone. Only the final, unbreakable silence remains. If you could remember just one thing from a world that never was, what would it be?